Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Kate and currently on day 4 of water only fasting, 96 hours. Actually, at this point, it's about 98 hours, and I am very proud of myself. And if you are fasting and have made it this far, or even one day, or even 13 hours, if you have challenged yourself and accomplished that, congratulations to you as well. So I do want to start out first by saying, if you haven't already subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you do that. And a huge thank you to all my current subscribers. Next, if you enjoy this video, please hit that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm open to feedback on the video. So if you have any throughout watching it, leave it down in the comments. Or if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments as well. I have considered compiling a list of questions throughout this journey from any left on my videos, and then just doing a separate video like a Q&A. So any questions, let me know. Any advice, feedback, whatever, down in the comments, all right? Or if you just want to share your experience with the world as well, down in the comments. I would love to see that myself. So today, it's been a good day. I did want to touch base on the fact that I haven't really felt too hungry throughout this process. I do feel that my appetite's been very suppressed. And so I haven't felt hungry. I don't feel like my body's even like giving me the signals like, hey, you're hungry. Hey, you're starving, because that's just not the case. I'm not hungry. I have definitely wanted to eat. That's for sure. That smells really good. Or, just it's food. We like food. We live with food daily usually. So it's common. And so if you find yourself feeling hungry, I'm going to ask you to really explore that feeling further. Are you hungry? Is this a habitual feeling? Are you used to eating or snacking or whatever around this time? Or is it just simply that you want to eat? Because that was my conclusion throughout these past 5 days. I want to eat, I want to eat, I want to eat. No, I'm fasting. Something else I noticed these past couple of days was that I'm not really even craving food, but I was really wanting and craving like coffee and my black and green unsweetened tea, like anything but water. But I think it's because I used to be really good about drinking water, and I really fell off that wagon and started drinking a bunch of unsweetened green and black tea, which is great. And like a cup or 2 of coffee a day, but have really cut back on my water. And that's another reason I wanted to do this fast, to get back to who I am. I know how much I love water. So to just bring that back into my life. But I did find that odd that I'm craving drinks more so than food, to the point where I'm like, I want to make a cup of coffee, but I'm not going to, because I'm doing what's like called a true water fast, where you allow your digestive system to shut down because it's not having to digest anything. And caffeine, coffee is usually a stimulant and gets the digestive system moving and going. Tea may be an option, but again, I just want to stay true to the water only. So that's what I'm doing, with the exception of today, where I did treat myself. So let's talk about today for a moment. So today I went to the gym. I don't do that often at all. This is like a very rare occurrence. But part of why I went was to enjoy the sauna. So I did for 30 minutes, and then the steam room for 15 minutes, the sauna again for 15 minutes. All of that was after I walked on the treadmill for 6 minutes, and then did all but a few of the weight machines. So I did treat myself to some lemon water as well, but also in a sense, I feel like treating myself to the sauna and the steam room was a great thing. So make sure you're treating yourself throughout this process as well, if even as simple as lemon in your water. One other thing, well, there's going to be 100 other things. What am I saying? So I did have ice today as well. I haven't had ice in my water throughout this process, throughout the past 4 days. And there was ice at the gym, so I definitely filled my cup up with some. And then the thought occurred to me that, if you're feeling like you want to eat or munch on something, ice would be a great idea. It's just water. And I'm not a person who really cares to chew ice, maybe every now and then, but it popped in my mind and I thought I'd share. So it may be helpful for some. If you're feeling hungry, even maybe just chewing on some ice would help that, if it's that true hunger. Even if you just want to eat, fulfilling that by just chewing on ice. Sometimes it's just about tricking our mind, right? And so anyway, after the gym, I did go and do a half mile little loop hike, more of a, not a hike though, in a new area. And that was also something I considered treating myself to. So I didn't do my normal hike up the hill. I kind of have found that I'm doing a 4 days on, 1 day off, 4 days on routine with that. Also no Pilates today, obviously, with the weight training at the gym. Some other really exciting news. I got on the scale again this morning, and at this point, I mean, the intent was to get on it every day. I missed 1 day. And I haven't been good about documenting a bunch of stuff, so my apologies. But I did get on the scale today, and I did document that, and let's check it out. Okay, here we go. I am getting on the scale, and it has been almost 96 hours into this fast. So let's see. It was 191 yesterday and 188 for the win today. And again, I'm going to stand it on it again because I always like to just make sure. $188. Awesome. 3 pounds in a day. I almost can't believe it myself. But again, I have no food coming in and I'm still exerting a lot of energy. So yes, I am currently 10 pounds down. It was right before the 96-hour mark. So 4 days in roughly, and down 10 pounds. I did lose 3 pounds between yesterday and today's weigh-in. And yes, I am trying to weigh at the same time every day to keep it consistent. So it was 191 yesterday, 188 today, 89, 90, 91, 3 pounds down. That's awesome, right? 1 more day to go. Excited to see how that goes. And then we'll talk about how I intend on breaking my fast as well. I do have some intentions there. Let me just see if there was anything else I wanted to touch on. Well, I did want to say, with me cooking, and if you watch my prior videos when I'm contemplating if I want to do this fast again, I do mention that my kids are older. And so when I was considering doing the fast, I told my younger son, Javier, who I live with, hey, I'm going to probably do a 5-day water only fast, which means I'm not going to eat, which means you need to plan and cook your own meals if you're going to eat, basically. I mean, I'm sure I would have fed him, but he can do it. And he's a great cook. As is my older son, Dante, as am I, as is my mom. It just runs in our family. We love food. It's, for me, a very creative expression. But he has been cooking his own meals, and I'm very proud of that. And it was a great opportunity for him to take care of himself. And again, I got to rest and not have to worry about it. There were a ton of dishes in the sink the other day, and I thought, well, I could do these, and I could. But then I also thought, none of them are mine. And I'll just let my son continue on with his responsibilities for himself. And he did get his dishes done. So it's been a good opportunity, I think, not only for me, but also for others in the household. Now, as far as how I'm feeling overall, I feel fine. I have had some slight headaches, I would say, kind of like over here, a little more than I have the past few days. I have not been dizzy until today when I was in the sauna. And with that, I did take precaution. I was on the higher side of the higher part of it. I did come down closer to the door just in case. It did not remain. It was just like a one-time thing. But being dizzy is common when you're fasting, especially for extended periods. I'm glad that that was the first and hopefully the last of it. My mood overall has been great. I don't feel like I've been anxious or depressed, with the exception of 1 day in particular where I was totally triggered. There are probably also going to be some behind the scenes videos. I'm not sure how I'm going to post those because they are going to be exclusive. And I also wanted to touch on the fact that I am still having bowel movements. Like, what's going on? And all right, fine here. If this is the TMI part, because I'm going to talk about lady stuff too, you might want to fast forward, or I don't know. But yes, one tiny guy this morning, and that was it. But I had this feeling throughout the morning like I still needed to use the bathroom, number two, but I didn't. There was like nothing there. I'm hoping, because again, that's part of my goal, is to empty out my digestive system and my bowels and just all of that. And then I did start my period 2 days ago, and I did notice more cramping. I'm usually very fortunate in that area and don't have to deal with that, thank God. But I did notice today there was like a bit more cramping than I'm used to feeling at all. And then also maybe heavier bleeding. So, and darker is a little different. But yeah, that's that. But I'm hoping no more bowel movements, because I don't, just would be nice to, and they're not anything major at this point. But you just wonder, like, how much crap do I really have inside of me if I'm still having bowel movements 4 days after water only, right? So anyway, all right, I think that pretty much brings me up to speed with everything where I'm at currently. And yes, again, overall, I feel pretty good. Maybe a little physically tired, but that's to be expected. But overall, yeah, no, I'm good. Just kind of calm and go with the flow. I did also take a bath today. That's something else I want to mention. Again, self-care is really important throughout this period. So of course, make sure you're drinking adequate water and make sure you're taking care of you. I have been taking a bath pretty much daily, just to soak my body and in a sense appreciate what it is doing, especially with me climbing this hill, doing weights, Pilates. This is a lot of new stuff for my body. I would say it has some experience with the fasting and, maybe a little experience with some of the other stuff, but it's probably a bit much. So I have been self-caring and really just appreciating my body by allowing myself to soak in the tub for a while. Hence why my hair is washed, which is a rare occasion, and no makeup on the face. But so you have me fresh today. Anyway, I do greatly appreciate everyone watching, more than you could even imagine. And again, if you have enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If anything is taking you by surprise, like the weight loss, leave it down in the comments. I'd love to know. And again, feedback, anything you've got for me down in the comments, please subscribe. I'll see you guys here very, very soon. I'm so excited to complete this 5-day water only challenge, basically. See you soon.